That's how I roll. Bam! Hi, so I prepped up my homemade grill here of cinder blocks and stuff. So instead of using a typical lighter and prepping it with tinder, I just straight up dried log and gasoline. And instead of using a lighter to make it easier, I'm gonna use a survivalist all natural light my fire ignition starter thing. Yeah, it's all natural, except it's like made by a company. And to complement that, you gotta have the your purpose driven like knife. Purpose driven meaning having a purpose. This one has no purpose right now. But I'm not talking about having no purpose, I'm talking about something with purpose. And the purpose of this one is something I made up. Light My Fire, all natural product. That's the steak that we're doing. The gasoline. To make it cool is like a knife. And it's not just any kind of knife. It needs to be like tacked out and military knife. It's cool, and I hope to get a lot of hits in YouTube. And you do it with your purpose-driven style of carry. Put it right here instead of the convenient way of 3 o'clock or blah blah blah, whatever term. You carry it like the tactical way, like that's how you do it. So what I'm cooking is beef ribs, and this is like the cheap version, or like the $5 version, and that's what I want. Cheap because I can afford it. So basically, I pick and put, and burn the paper. Pick, put, and burn the paper. When you're grilling meat, you want to pay attention to how it's being cooked by the fire. Not direct flame, but I give that as an advice, not direct flame, but I'm searing. I have an excuse why it's a direct flame. I'm searing it. But otherwise, don't do it. Be careful. Use all natural product when you're out in the outdoors. Well, I'm using this because, well, let's change the subject. Let's pay attention to the meat. Nom nom nom. So, talking about great outdoors. Here's my meat. It's almost cooked, but I'm still paying attention to it. So, the subject is grilling meat, which, disclaimer, I'm not an expert of, but because it's in a video, I look like I'm an expert. So, when you're in the outdoors, you gotta wear like stuff that's like manly. Or that's New York strip steak. That's not mine. I'm cooking it for a guest in the chat. This is mine, the cheap $5 version. That's the $10 version. I can't afford that, so this. Yeah.
More? What is your expert view?
My expert view is of this one is let me Google it. That's my expert view.
Until then, I'll put it back on the fire.
But if you're like out in the outdoors and you have no access, there's no Wi-Fi signal, there's no things, then what you do is,
Use your own judgment.
well, you know, well, I'm gonna change the subject because the rib might burn. That's what I do.
Man,
So
that is
the
pretty.
one indicator of the when your food is about to be cooked is use your, like, out in nature you gotta use your senses, like, so you gotta heighten your senses, and if your food starts to smell good, and I think I I think this is done, like, it smells good already. Well, I feel that this is done. That's, oh, it's kind of hot, but that steak is done, maybe, I don't know, but my ribs, my cheap ribs, is done. And mm-hmm. So I'm gonna test this if it's done. I made a cutting again. Oh, it's kind of hot. Survival knives, and use this. It's soft. Let me put this down. It's supposed to be soft. Now I'm gonna test the New York strip that we cooked. This is one piece. And it's really good. And it's so good from an actual butcher shop that it tastes like, well, I'm gonna talk about the tree behind me. That tree. More meat.
Mm.
Well, let me point out something. I'm vegetarian, and this cow is vegetarian, except they're corn fed, but corn is vegetables. And
Holy Lord in heaven, that is really good.
it is good.
No.
The end.